Before we get started with the video, I just want to remind you tomorrow is a patch day, so please, if you're on PC, make sure to back up your save file. The way you do that is you go to this PC, Documents, Avalanche Studios, COTW, Saves, this is your Steam user ID, right click, and what I usually do is simply just send it to a RAR file and then move this file somewhere else, so whatever happens tomorrow, I have this one that I can just revert back to by unpacking it out here once again if anything goes wrong in the update tomorrow. You can also just take a Control-C, Control-V and post it somewhere else on your PC. Now that I've done that, remember to subscribe. I'm giving tips like this for free. Tomorrow is going to be the big reveal date for the new Mississippi Acres Reserve here on the Hunter Call of the Wild. It's going to be shown off on the EW livestream at first, and afterwards it does seem like all of the official content creators are going to be able to share videos and live stream from it. So this is just a little friendly reminder that that is coming up tomorrow, as well as if you haven't picked up the game on Epic Store yet, where you can get the base game for free, now might be the time to go ahead and do that. Use creator code ZaggiDK if you want to support me. However, there is a few things about this upcoming reserve that I do want to talk about before we jump into seeing any kind of content from this map. And no, I am not one of the guys who gets to have early access on this reserve. I am not an official content creator for EW. However, some of the guys that are official content creators have been hinting and even sharing stuff from the beta, so it is very much proving to me that they already have access, and they've probably been recording on the map for God knows how long. If I were to give you an estimated guess, they probably have had at least since Friday, maybe even earlier than that, had access to run around and record everything they wanted to on the new reserve. And then, as we know from the EW post last Friday, Mikko said that after the reveal stream, the content creator week was going to be kicked off. So essentially, this is going to mean that we're going to be flooded with new content from the new map for an entire week, both be it videos and streams for an entire week from all of the official content creators, which there is a lot of these days, so it is going to be a whole lot of content coming out from that map. And honestly, I feel it's a bad thing. I am totally for the creator weekend as it used to be, where it started, I think it was Friday, then you had Friday afternoon, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then boom, release. But it wasn't like you had the entire week ahead to plan what you were gonna do back in the days. You got access, I actually did used to be a part of this, like way back in the days, and we got access to it, and then we could stream, we could make videos and such from basically Thursday or Friday until the following Tuesday when it was going to be released. But even then, people burned out on the content that we put out because it was almost 5 days of straight content just from that one reserve. And if the content creators now have had almost 2 weeks to prepare and stream it before it even gets released, everything is going to be uncovered. There's going to be no Easter eggs left. Oh dang, I just hit my keyboard real hard. And there is going to be so many videos already scheduled that's just going to be releasing. Basically, everything will have been shown when we as the regular players actually get access to play it. And I actually know a lot of you guys are not even going to be bothering with the early access content because you want to go through it yourself. That is why I feel like having a weekend rather than a week and maybe even 2 weeks ahead of time where people were to be able to go out and do it, it's actually not going to create more hype. It might do the complete opposite. And honestly, I'm glad that I'm not a part of it because I get to do the reactionary content that you see here where I'm just talking about shit. I can do that to some of the stuff that the other content creators puts out, but I am not going to be playing it for 50, 60, 70 hours before it even gets released. And they're playing it on a different server. It's not their own save game unless they're doing some moving back and forth of files, which can be pretty risky and you can lose your entire lodge and such. So I'm looking forward to being a part of just a regular release. I'm gonna be looking into a little bit, like just before it actually gets released. I'm surely gonna be making some stuff on if there is gonna be any really bad bugs, because I have a feeling we are gonna see some pretty groundbreaking bugs, unfortunately, but time will tell. As I said many times, I hope EW is gonna be able to prove me wrong, but I don't have faith in them to get this one right. But some of the concerns that I do have for this map, and I did tweet out a little earlier today that I think for this map to not end up being a total bust, they really do need to have true size for the body size of the gators. The big draw to that map is going to be the gators, and if they're just going to look the exact same, if you have a 50 kilo gator or if you have a 500 kilo gator, that is going to be a serious issue for me, at least. I want there to be a visual difference between them. I also want us to be able to shoot them in the face, well, brain shot them, and I do believe we are going to be able to do so with how I can imagine it's going to work out, that they're probably not going to be judged on their trophy organ being the skull. So it's going to be interesting to see exactly how it all works out, but if all of them look the exact same, it doesn't really matter. You might as well put a level 1 in your lodge as you would put a level 9. And then I'm looking forward to seeing how much the raccoons are actually going to be climbing around, or if they are just going to be jumping up in a trash can and that's it. As well as I am very interested to see how the 22 Hornet is going to be, because we need a gun that is a lot more powerful than the regular 22 and actually going to be able to make an impact on the level 2 animals as well. Because if that works out pretty well, then yeah, I'm gonna have to say the map is gonna, well, the DLC as a whole is gonna be a success, even if the map is gonna fail. It's gonna be interesting to see how much water, how big the map is gonna feel like, how many places we can traverse water and such. And as always, I'm gonna do my very best to keep you up to date with what is going on. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you want to at least have a chance of getting the notifications, with YouTube being a little iffy these days. But let me know, what are your concerns? What are you looking forward to the most? And honestly, what do you think about the content creators having an entire week where they're allowed to show content from the new map before you even get to touch it? I feel, as I said, I think it's a little too much. I'm all for trying to build up hype, but I don't believe in hype being built up over an entire week. Farming Sim did it really well with having 3 days of bang, bang, bang. You were able to, if you were a giant silver partner, you were, or was it just a bronze? I don't know. But you were able to go out and play the game for 3 days, and you had no chance to go out and record or anything before that. It was just 3 days of going hard, and then everybody else got around to it. And it happened in a weekend, so people had the chance to come around. I feel like this, we're gonna be flooded too much with too much content. We're leaving basically nothing left to the imagination. But that might just be my take on it. I cannot wait to hear I cannot wait to hear yours in the comment. Thank you so much for watching.